Hello. So that is Wednesday, and today officially marks 1 year since I started this channel. Um, I said in, I believe it was my video yesterday, that I have a lot of mixed feelings about that. Um, and I do. Because part of me is like, okay, I keep coming back to this. This is good. This is like, when, what better time to kind of reinvigorate things than at like the annual mark. Um, the other part of me is very upset because I don't just want to be one of those people that year after year after year keeps saying they're going to do better and then they don't. And I think arguably, if I remember correctly, um, I actually technically weigh just a couple pounds more now than I did when I started this journey back a year ago. So that's also upsetting. And I think you can kind of see it in my face too, with my delightful double chin. Um, yeah, people are tramping through the um, hallway here. I have, so today marks the start of Lent. And I don't know if anyone watching is religious or if anyone particularly cares. I am. Um, and Lent is usually a period of giving up things, going without, which is why, historically speaking, at least, um, Christians or at least Catholics don't eat meat during Lent because they're giving up something important. And the idea is that you use that to then turn around and give thanks to God and think about it's basically like a method to bring you closer to God because you use it to meditate on basically your blessings and all sorts of other things. I'm probably butchering the theology of it, but um, I guess I view it as a time to one, count your blessings. You know, you go without in order to count yourself grateful for the times that you can have things and that you can have these items. And particularly in a world right now where food is getting more expensive. Um, it's just another reason to be really grateful for when I can have. Um, I'm doing a little more than just like, I'm doing something slightly different than giving up meat. Um, I think I talked about before um, how I don't, I think it was Monday, I said I don't really understand why I keep self sabotaging. And I think there are a lot of things that I need to work through. And one of my coping mechanisms is always food. It always has been. Um, I overeat. I eat things that I shouldn't um, when I am coping with stress or coping with emotionally painful things or anything like that. Um, and I, I'm my brain is going very fast. I'm sorry. I want to be careful in how I word this because I don't want it to come across the wrong way. Um, I want to use this time of Lent to try and work through some of my junk up here too. Um, Kind of work through what I believe and work through uh, a lot of a lot of I guess mental baggage. Um, when I say work through what I believe, I mean like on a grander scale, but also personally, and about myself. So I'm giving up a lot this Lent. I think when people talk about how like losing weight is never just like counting calories or isn't just like going to the gym or anything like that. I was listening to a podcast recently. Um, forget the name of the podcast itself, but it had Scotty K Fitness on it. If you follow him on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, I don't have TikTok, but um, I found him on Instagram, and they were talking about like men's mental health and how you have to like work through a lot of stuff in order for habits to stick. I'm heavily paraphrasing. Um, because if you don't deal the my takeaway was if you don't deal with the root of the issue, like you're just going to find other coping mechanisms or you're just going to go back to the same coping mechanisms. um, and let me actually, I was listening to it just a minute ago, so let me actually pull it up so that I can properly tell you which one it is. It was the TSL Time podcast with Scotty K Fitness. Um, but one of the, sorry, I interrupted my own train of thought looking that up. Um, Hearing them talk about like, oh, you have to basically you have to deal with the root of the issue kind of made me. I mean, I knew it before, but it really made me realize like I need to sort through some things in order for me to get healthier, not just on a physical level, or like a losing weight kind of level, but in a like overall physical health, and mental health. There are times, to be perfectly honest, I suffer with some mental health issues, and there are times when it's like it's hard for me to function as a person. It's hard for me to get out of bed. um, and I laugh, but it's not funny. And those are the times when it's really, really easy to fall back into bad habits. And it's really, really easy to fall into that self sabotage. And I don't want to keep doing that. Because I want to set a good example. You know, there are really young people in my family that I want to set a good example for. Um, and even just like people that I might encounter in my life, I want to give them encouragement because I struggle with it. I've struggled with being healthy on in multiple kind of areas, like taking care of myself physically, but also taking care of myself mentally. I've struggled with that for years, arguably a good chunk of my life. Um, and I just want to give some encouragement, you know. And so if I can overcome it, you know, the idea that like if little old dorky me, some random goth kid from the Midwest can do this, because I'm on the grand scheme of things, like I'm nobody. But like if I can encourage somebody to do better because I'm working hard and I can overcome my crap, that would mean a lot. Um, I think overall I just want to help people, you know, and I can't do that if I'm not taking care of myself. I can't I can't do the most good that I'm capable of if I, you know, let myself kind of get worse. I'm kind of just rambling and I don't know if any of this makes sense. Um, it makes sense for like what I want to accomplish in my life, but I don't know if it's making sense as it's coming out of my mouth. Um, but I think one of the things that I've come to realize is that one of my biggest goals in life is that I want to make a difference in people's lives. I want to do something good. I want to do something that can positively impact more than just myself. And I think the starting point is taking care of my own mental health, taking care of myself physically, because then that will give me the springboard. Like, I can't help people if I am stuck in bed because my brain is just absolutely terrorizing me. Now, granted, like, I don't know that I don't know that that's something that I can easily overcome. I don't know that that's something that like I will ever fully overcome. Um, to be perfectly honest, I doubt it. But if I can improve it enough that I don't have days or I if I can improve it enough that I have fewer of those days where I'm stuck unable to do anything, I think that's a pretty good starting point because the days that I'm not stuck in bed are days that I can be doing other things when I can actually contribute positively. So I think that's kind of the starting point of working through some of my garbage. I don't know. I just got really introspective today, and I think some of that's coming through. Um, I finished my day 3 workout. It was shoulder presses. I did look at my. I did 40 of them, so 4 sets of 10 with 5 pound weights because I'm a weak little bean, but but 5 pounds is better than no pounds, and doing 40 is still pretty impressive, I think, personally, kind of starting from the bottom here. Um, I am trying very, very hard to not get discouraged because I look at that and I look at what I used to be capable of, and it breaks my heart because I think of like what I could be capable of right now if I had kept at it, but I didn't. So I am where I am right now, and I have to start from here. Um, what's what's one saying? It's like the best time to plant a tree is 50 years ago. The second best time is now. So it's like, okay, the the best time to get fit would have been, 10 years ago, but the second best time is today. And technically, I started on Monday, so so I'm already ahead of the curve on the second best time. Um, so I've got 2 more days of this week, and then I'm gonna take the weekend off, probably from working out and filming and all that, and then start again fresh on Monday all over again. It's it is very weird. being back here a year later, trying to figure everything out and trying to start fresh again. I'm choosing not to get discouraged, which is very, very hard. It is not easy, but yeah, if you're also kind of struggling with some stuff and trying to figure things out and working through your own mental health stuff, just know that I believe in you. If I can do it, you can do it because like I said, I'm nobody. I'm just a random nobody from the middle of nowhere. So, if I can do it, so can you. And we'll keep pushing forward. All right. I love you. Stay hydrated. Take care of yourself.